Jay from Team DMA. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So it's kind of late in the afternoon, but not really, because of the time change and all that. So I hope everybody's having a good first day of the year. And if you're not, just suck it up. There's more days in the year to go, so don't worry. But uh, but let's discuss here the Dragon Master, the Dragon Master Magia, or what is this here? Dragon Magia Master. So there's a bit of confusion, and people are still picking their cards. So my job here in my chat in the channel is to help out the community and speed everybody up, because what I've been noticing, like, if you are on other channel, like, it doesn't matter if they're famous or not, they're usually like 3, 4, even 5 years behind on Yu-Gi-Oh, and it takes them a long time. You know, it almost took them, if they would have waited like another 3, 4 years, it would have took them almost a decade. And you can't really blame them. I'm not saying all of them, I'm saying some of them, some of the famous YouTubers that a lot of people follow. You can't really blame them, because it's really your fault, because you're the one that's going over there. So it's your fault, you know. You can utilize some channels like this one or whatever channel you'd like to go for info, but the problem is, specifically targeting the Dark Magician community, they're always at least 5 years behind. So on my channel, I always do everything for the future, 2-3 years ahead of everyone. Like, I look at the ban list, what they're gonna cut, what they're not gonna cut. I make adjustments. I play, instead of 3, I play 2, the semi-limited or the limited at 1, so that the profiles are ready to rock and roll. As soon as the ban list hits, it's not affected. You're already playing under the new format. So for the Magia, it's not an exception. I'm aware there's a lot of people already testing it, playing it, and I'm no exception myself. You know, I already tested it, played a lot of versions, and like I said, the most powerful seems to be the branded Bestial Magia, and it's just like really broken, really powerful. It finally has negates on top of a bunch of interruptions, so it looks like it's gonna be pretty broken. So the profile that follows after that, that's like very powerful, and Magia is the deck where supposedly the card belongs to, which is Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, even though, or Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, even though there's people who argue that it's not true, that it's not for them, and this and that. The reality is it fits better over there. People who have experience playing Blue Eyes White Dragon, or who are trying Magia, they also find out the same thing, that it fits better over there because of the Chaos Max, the Dragon, and then the Ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon is played on it as a staple, as regular. So it doesn't change the deck. They just kind of throw it in there. The rest of the deck, we have to add cards that we usually don't play. So you already seen people adding Chaos cards. Even the Blue Eyes White Dragon, I've showed you guys the variant of the Illusion of Chaos, right? You guys seen it? So those are going to be going up in price, but they do have some reprints coming out pretty soon. Magician Souls are going to be going up in price against, unless there's more reprints, but they went as low as 15. I told everybody, but everybody was following the famous YouTubers and you guys missed out. So on my channel, I gave some away, and then also I told people when they were $15, and I bought a bunch of playsets. So it produced a lot of income, you know, it produced a lot of income, because I'm selling it at double or even triple the price, because they're starting to reach over like $35, and people don't want to believe it. But if there's no reprints, it's gonna go up again, because there's a lot of cards that are going up. Magician Souls, if it doesn't have a reprint again, it's gonna be due for it to go up in price again. So keep that in mind. So here's the discussion. So what does the future look like? When are we gonna get the Magia? We know that it comes out from the new quarter century dueling boxes, but we don't know if we're gonna get that product, right? It might come out from somewhere else, because as far as I know, it's not announced yet. That's for the TCG, because a lot of it is first just the OCG. People don't know that. So the question is, are we gonna get it? If we do, when? If we don't, what else is coming? Like, we don't know exactly when the Magia is coming, to be honest. The OCG is already out. They're already out. I already bought some copies. I don't know. I might give some away. I don't know yet, depending what I decide. But I bought some extra copies. Also, people, I already picked up my Fusion. All the different Fusion types, all the cards. I picked it up several places for 3 decks. So make sure you pick it up. I've been telling you guys for a while because most of the channels are not telling you nothing. And then by the time you decide to get it, they're too expensive. They're going to be $5 or even $10 per copy. Some cards are already starting to skyrocket to like some of the required cards. Like they went from $1 to 5 to 7 to 8, 10. Some of them are already 20. So you guys be careful. So yeah, there's people wondering what does that mean, what's gonna happen, and that's what we're gonna cover in this video before anyone else. So I posted that on the, I think it was on the polls. Let's pause and go over there, look at it real quick, and then we'll move on with. So here we are under the voting polls. Alta Dragon Master Magia quickly question mark. No, deal with it on the field. Going against 1 2 3 Magia first turn. So there is decks like branded Bestial. Like I said, it's gonna be playing the Quem, everything. It's just a regular branded, but it is top tier, and it's gonna be playing the Bestial together with the Magia. So it's pretty broken. To be honest with you, I've played against them. I haven't played against the one that has the Magia yet, but I'm not gonna lie, it's so powerful. I'd say it's a 50-50 with me. That specific profile. I've been telling people for years that that profile is very, very strong, but no one listens. They wait until somebody else like Joshua Smith brings the Bestial Rune. Like Bestial is very strong, splashed in certain decks if you know how to play it. I mean, even me, I play only 2-3 copies. I used to play more, but I want to keep it more pure Dark Magician. But it helps me a lot, man. Bestial is a big deal. It helps me go into the Dragoon. It helps me with the combo plays with my 2, 3s, 4s, 6, and I think I have an 11 pop. I'll be showing you guys that later, that combo. So it does a lot. It does a lot. Like you don't think it does, but it does. It helps special summoning, put another body on the board. A lot of stuff goes on. So the other ones, the dark, I'm sorry, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is already crushing all the, you know how on Sam's video they were making fun of the Blue Eyes and the Dark Mission? That's a thing of the past. I've seen, like I said before, the Blue Eyes and the both branded Bestial crush all of the versions of the Labyrinth, all the versions of the Fire King, and it actually completely trashes all the no, the Rescue Ace, it smokes them. So these are the top decks. People are saying like, oh, you're exaggerating, Jay, like always, and this and that. I'm telling you, if you know how to play this deck good, and you got some good combos, and you can set up the 8 to 10 negates, which the deck can do easily, you're good to go, man. Your opponent is gonna be struggling. The main issue is the 5,000 hitter. So on here, people voted for dealing with it before it gets onto the field. In my perspective, I agree. I agree because people are like acting badass, like let it come onto the field. They don't know they have to deal with 3 of them, and then you're like, that's nothing. That's just that's 9 that's 9 negates wrong. They have the 3 Magia plus the Blue Eyes White Dragon and the Branded Beast who can do this. They can summon all in first turn. And if they don't summon them all first turn, they'll summon 1 and then 2 on the next one. And you're going to have to deal with 3 of them, so 9 negates. And on top of that, you have to deal with like another 4 interrupts. They're already hitting somewhere around, I warned you guys, like 15. A mixture of negates and interrupts around 15. People are laughing, and I know how people make fun of my channel, make fun of what I say. He's always lying. Everything he says is not true. And then you come to my channel and you see these decks where you can't play any spells, you can't special summon. They play the Shifter, the D Barrier, the Ash, all of it in the same turn with the draw, all of it. But you seen how it doesn't affect my Dark Magician. They play all of those cards. and it doesn't affect me. They play evenly matched, they play super poly, dark blue, and the more I negate all of them. Even if the card says you can't negate it or respond, I negate them anyways. But here's the thing: people are not ready for these decks, and they're gonna call Magia toxic because just like Dragon, you guys are gonna have to get used to it. And people are concentrating, oh, I'm gonna summon it, and they forget that they're gonna have to deal with it. So, what are the cards that are being played against it? Here, one of the ways, which I agree with the community, is outing it. Don't worry about it, out it before it even comes out. So, one way to do it is to be negating the spells because they're gonna go into it through the spells. So, you can slow them down by switching over to anti-spell cards, either monster effects or traps like the fragrance. There's a lot of cards and you can slow them down. You can stop them if you negate the right one because they're going to summon them. And we're gonna go into another way to do it. Let's pause it and go into details. So one of the easiest ways to get rid of it before it comes out is playing triple the Reaper, the winner cherry. So basically when you read here on the effect of the card, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, quick effect, you can discard this card, reveal one card in your extra deck, then look at your opponent's extra deck, also banish all cards in their extra deck with the same name as the revealed card. You can only use effect of Ghost Reaper winner cherries once per turn. So that's one way to tackle it. So that you're not scratching your head and confused or this and that. You can, it won't exist no more. So you're gonna either want to target the ultimate because that's what all their spells are targeting, or you can target the actual Magia. You can kiss that thing goodbye. You're not gonna see it anymore. So will this card go up in price? I don't know. Is it gonna be main? Probably, especially for people who can't deal with Magia. Instead of, it's like you're in the Wild Wild West and you're like, wait until he draws his gun, and you're like, no, I want to live. I've lived too long, so you're gonna wanna pew pew. You're gonna wanna let it go, let go of the lead before your opponent even touches the gun. So there's no shame in it. I mean, to be honest with you, Magia is gonna be low-key broken, and if you have to deal with three, I wouldn't blame you. I would say go ahead and use this card. You can main it at three or side it, but I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people playing this card. If not, they're already playing it. They're pretty cheap. We don't know if there's going to skyrocket. Make sure you have a playset. If you don't, you have a few, maybe like a month or two to get some copies. But I mean, they're 3 for $1. They've been like that for a while, so why sleep on it, right? Pick up 3 sets if you can, just in case it ends up going in price. You sell it, you make a lot of money, keep one playset or two. And at $1, you can't go wrong for the playset, right? So yeah, so I have about 3 playsets myself. I don't use them, but they're just there. So this is one of the cards that can be utilized to just out it off the bat. You don't have to deal with it. They're gonna start their summoning, and as soon as they have one extra monster, boom, you trigger it, it's gone. They're frozen. They're dead. They're gone. There's a lot of people who are going to be playing Magia, like a Magia deck. Remember what I told you guys about the Dragoon? One of the reasons why the subscribers on the channel started going up is because you notice I don't BS. I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I'm not telling you what I feel. I don't telling you what I think. None of those things matter. I'm just telling you the cold hard truth. Accept it or not, it doesn't matter. It's just with the reality. So the reality is they're gonna be somebody Magia, and you have to be ready. If not, you're gonna have the issue like Dragoon when it barely came out. Everybody said it's toxic and that's what they're gonna say about Magia. So instead of having that trouble, like I am talking to Dark Magician players, but I know there's a lot of people who are non-Dark Magician players that come to the channel. Hey, it's fine. And there's a lot of channels that are confused, that are famous, but they still come and get the information from here. It's fine. It's fine. The whole point that I want is people to win more duels, and that's it. Everything else is not important to me, especially with the Dark Magician deck. So yeah, incorporating this card was not gonna hurt you. You can always discard it, or as a dark, you can utilize it for so many different things. But yeah, keep this in mind. Then we're gonna go over some cards that are gonna be possible cards that you're gonna want because I've already seen them outing the Magia with it. So let's pause and go over. So they're gonna. I've seen the Dark Ruler, so they hit the Dark Ruler, and then after that, it's just free game, free. Yeah, it's just a free. It's a hunting season. They can do whatever you want during that time. The only issue is that I think Magia is 5,000 of attack, right? So it is quite a hefty attack, but there's a lot of ways to go about that. But the real purpose why people are gonna be playing uh, some Dark Rulers are gonna be because they're gonna be playing all the stealing cards. So so they're gonna be hitting you, and it's a horrible feeling. It is a horrible feeling. When I used to play locals and the regionals, they used to call it World Champion. I think I forgot what they used to call the events, but when I used to attend, there was it was a horrible feeling, man. And I won the locals too several times. It was a horrible feeling getting your monster snatch steal, and Magia is gonna be a very ugly feeling because they're essentially taking a 5,000 hitter, and that's gonna hurt you big time, if not cost you the game. Yeah, because your monsters aren't gonna be coming back. A lot of the cards it's just a one time, and then you can link it or whatever, attribute it. But yeah, this one's gonna be staying on their side, and you're gonna have to deal. You're gonna have to deal with it. And to be honest, like honestly, a snatch steal right now, like 2024, with a Magia, is broken. People are gonna say it's just a stupid card. Well, wait until you get your Magia snatch stolen. This one little card here, oh man, they're like, well, I don't need to summon my Magia, I'll just use yours, and they got the 3 negates. They don't even have to play Magia. They'll just use yours, right? It's funny. They hit you with the Dark Ruler and then snatch. And they're gonna be hitting you with other cards like the Kaijus. We're gonna be hitting you with the Kaijus, and then the Forbidden Droplets is the same thing. I've seen more of the Forbidden Droplets main than a lot of people because there's a lot of cards that are, even I'll admit it, they're yeah, they're just in the side deck, but a lot of people are starting to main them, and luckily that they were made on the Rarity Collection, and the Rarity Collection gave it to us for cheap. They're $2-3, so you're gonna want to have some. Compared to what they were, they used to be like, what were they, like $90, $110, something like that, and they went all the way down to like 20, 15, 10, and now they're just a few dollars. So pick up some copies if you don't already have some. You have a few months before the Magia comes out. You're gonna want to keep some. Get the supers. A lot of people argue like, I hate this, I hate that. Just get what you can afford, and then later get the copies you want. Like if you want the quarter century later, get them later. But the purpose is to get the cards and have them now. There's always time to upgrade. Imagine like getting a car. You want like a GT40, or you want like a Ferrari or a GTR. Get yourself a little Honda first, drive around, make the money, then switch up to the exotic car. So this is the same thing. Get yourself the supers, even though you might hate them. Me, I don't really care as long as the card works, but there's a lot of people who are into max rarity. Get your copies, and then later on you can switch up. So yeah, this dropless is gonna be a big deal, especially this one because it's gonna be lowering the attack. Field to get rather than choose when your opponent controls until the end of this turn. Their attack is half. Oh, okay. So yeah. So it's gonna be, what is it, 2,500? You can easily deal with that, right? And they can't respond to it. So Magia is useless at this point. So this card is main now. Believe it or not, it's a main card. They're gonna be playing 2 or 3 of it, and the purpose is for Magia. So you better be ready. We're gonna be moving on to some other cards that are gonna be out in Magia. So Super Poly is being used. It's also being used. So for people who are playing the armament, what's gonna happen is you're gonna summon your Ultimate Dragon, and then you're gonna trigger your Quick Play to activate the fuse, like the Ultimate Fusion, or it doesn't matter what you're playing. They're gonna chain block you, so I'm gonna be doing that, and that's why I warn people not to play the card. But I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Because the only time it'll resolve like 100% is when you open up. when you open up, then yeah, unless they trigger the winter cherries, yeah, it's gonna be resolving. So yeah, so Super Poly is gonna be essential. All you do is you wait, especially in the Dark Magician deck. It's really, really good. You just have your Dark Magician, and then just wait and wait, and then they're gonna special the ultimate, and then they're gonna hit their fusion. They're gonna try to fusion summon. You're gonna trigger your Super Poly, and you're gonna use their ultimate dragon, and then you're gonna straight up go into your Dragoon, and yeah, they won't get to use it because you would have already burned it up. Now, once their card resolves, it'll be burned, and they're gonna have to find another way to fusion once it's already in the graveyard, unless they have another copy. But at that time when they play, you could just negate it with Dragoon. I'm gonna be showing people how to make Dragoon more powerful than Gia by a lot. And these are just a few cards, a few examples of what's gonna be being played. And we have here the Ultimate Dragon. Make sure you guys get your copies, because like I said, they were like $2-3, you know, and then they start going for 5, 8, 10, 12, 15. They're selling for 15, and they're gonna be 20 pretty soon. And I know a lot of people don't want to believe me. Jay's always lying, Jay's always exaggerating, and then later on I get hilarious comments of people saying there's no way the card that like the Magician Souls, there's no way it was $15. It was never $15. Yeah, it was, but you were busy with the famous YouTubers, right? They don't and this isn't an attack on famous YouTubers, but here's the truth. They don't give you the golden nugget because they don't have any golden nuggets to give you. Here in the channel, you're always gonna get a golden nugget. You're always gonna get some information, and then the channels where you go, they get the information from here, and you might be saying like, "Oh, this guy's exaggerating again. He's making stories up." Go look at the time frame. Look at the time frame. Look at the days published. I publish things, and it takes them at least 7 days, and in some cases, it takes them 3 to 5 years to copy what I say or what I do. Don't you remember the Dark Magician deck? Who was the one who originally said stop using in 2020? Who's the guy who originally said stop using hand traps? Remember, everybody was attacking me. So what did they do now? 5 years later, 4 years, exactly. And then the Mystic Mind, 3 years before everyone else. And then what happened? They did what Jay said. And then the Dragoon. Remember, I told you guys Dragoon Turbo wasn't good because you rely on Turbo. So you play Ref, all you do is a Dragoon and pass. That's not good enough. Not against tier 1, tier 0. That's why the community makes fun of Dark Magician, because of that. And the way that I do it, I put out Dragoon and I put out like another 3 boss monsters in front. You see me play. Even when they get rid of Dragoon, my deck is a lot more powerful than Dragoon. So make sure you don't do the same thing for Magia. Because that's what's gonna happen when they out your Magia. Are you gonna lose your duels? Because if you are, then you're building a crappy deck, and they're gonna continue to make fun of the Dark Magician community and the Blue Eyes. So you want to build a consistent, powerful deck. Because what if your opponent hits you with the Barrier? The Barrier is gonna be getting played a lot, and they're gonna be playing a lot of other cards so that you can't go into your fusions. So yeah, so you can't go into your fusions. So you want to make sure you don't have the same issue that you guys had, Dark Magician players. I'm talking to you with the Dragoon, that you draw the Ref, but you can't fuse, and then you auto lose. People think, oh, my deck's top tier. No, it's not. That's a rogue deck. You think it's top tier. Come see me duel. Sometimes I purposely don't use my extra deck at all, and I still win duels against tier 0 decks. You think I'm lying? Go review my videos. I posted some there. First place nationals, no extra deck, with a $12 Dark Mission deck, and I still win. So you're wondering, like, so what should we do? Make your deck consistent with and without Magia. That way, if something goes wrong, you can still win a duel. See, a lot of people think I'm your enemy. I'm not. I'm your friend. I'm telling you, win more duels, no matter what happens. Are you going to lose some duels? Of course. But the whole point is to win more. You want to always win more duels, because eventually you'll have more fun, believe me. And that's gonna be it for the videos. We did a recap of Magia, how to stop it before it comes out. I gave you some examples. You can list in the comment below any ideas that you have. There's a long list, but I don't want the video to drag on forever. And then once I was on the field, I showed you a list of cards that are going to be helping you out. So I'm going to be showing people how to make Dragoon like a tier 0 or tier 1 style to where your opponent won't be able to out it. And then also back in 2020, I created Magia. Did you guys know that? This is like probably the 5th time I've told you this. I created Magia back in 2020. It's a monster Omni, spell Omni, and a trap Omni once per turn. And every turn that changes, you can do it again. And then Konami copied me 4 or 5 years later. And I showed you guys the combo already. So people are going to be trying to summon Magia. I already have Magia in the field. And that's going to be it for the video. So I'm going to be having 4 Magias. So, with that having been said, you guys, God bless, take care. And I'm not going to say that yet because if you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comment section. You guys get ready. Buy the cards. Really, really get ready. Questions or concerns, let me know. And with that having been said, you guys, Dark Magic at the Hug.